I'm Sam. I'm 16 and I go to St Thomas's in Christchurch. I enjoy playing rugby, cricket and volleyball and having fun with my mates. I've done a little bit of part-time work in construction and I'd like to know a little bit more about the civil engineering trade.
You must be Sam.
Yep, Sam.
I'm Jared. Nice to meet you.
Good.
Welcome to Isaac Construction. You'll need that.
Thank you.
We'll go for a drive.
Sam's come to Isaac Construction, a company based somewhat unusually at Peacock Springs, a large conservation park near Christchurch. Showing Sam around is Isaac Construction's Gerald Killick. For over 50 years, the company have helped build and maintain South Island's infrastructure, roads, runways, subdivisions and the like. And Sam will be heading out to several sites today.
The construction site is a small portion of the land owned by the Isaac Wildlife Trust. Hundreds and hundreds of acres. Most of the quarried land is being rehabilitated. There's wildlife areas, there's wetland areas, there'll be native forest areas planted. So it's all to enhance the surrounding landscape.
Isaac Construction started out as a quarrying company and the business now provides the funding for the conservation park. Peacock Springs is one of the best examples of quarry rehabilitation in the world.
Well, this is the operational quarry area over here on the right, Sam. We're producing base course materials and in time this will all be rehabilitated to a similar state to what we saw earlier.
Whatever the job, be it building lakes or roads, all jobs have to be costed and planned.
What I've got here, Sam, is a local authority designed city street upgrade.
Okay.
This job I would estimate to be between $4 and $5 million. We've got 45 pages of items to price with probably 10 items per page, so maybe 500 items to price in a couple of weeks' time.
There's a lot of detail in the plan, like all the pipe underlays and stuff like that, where everything is, and they haven't even got the job yet. They're just looking at it.
Estimating costs is an important part of the job. The market for all work like this is competitive, so the estimates need to be accurate and tight.
During the tendering of a job, we might have to work out quantities, where we're going to get the materials from, calculating cart distances. Can we use big diggers, small diggers? How many people do we need to have that site hit its target completion date? So there's a lot of things to think about right before you submit your price.
At Peacock Springs, plans are underway for a new concrete plant to be built.
Only a matter of about 10 weeks ago, the site was looking very similar to this paddock with sheep running around grazing, so it takes shape pretty quickly.
Pegs mark the position of each end of the planned building. The first job today is checking the distance from corner to corner.
This machine is a theodolite, which measures vertical and horizontal angles.
It also measures distances, and a reflector is used to bounce back the reading.
Line the hairs up with Jared's target.
Yeah, got that. Can you move to number 4, please?
Roger.
Being a civil engineer, I think you've got to be pretty keen, have an emphasis on trying to build physical things, work out why you're building it and what the end product has to do.
With the corners confirmed, the final floor height has to be checked out too. A laser automatic level is used.
This is the sensor, Sam.
Yeah.
We'll turn this on, pick up the beam from the laser, and it tells you what level you need to be.
Working in a role like this, there are time constraints, not only for the physical work, but getting tenders in on time. At times there's some fairly long hours. There's people to deal with, both clients, consultants, and your fellow workmates. The communication side of things is critical. Everybody needs to know what they're trying to do. Everybody needs to know the goals and the time frame in which we need to achieve these.
This floor will be perfectly level, but that's not what's required with a road. Roads have to be tilted to help cornering on bends. Water also has to drain, and here the surveying principles are much the same.
So over here, Sam, we've got the pegs in the side of the road.
Yeah.
The civil engineer will have designed the depth of the pavement to go on the surface here.
Yeah.
The orientation and alignment of all the side pegs. What we're looking to do is match the pavement surface from red tape to red tape on the other side.
Okay, yeah.
And that gives us our 3% crossfall from the centre line to the far side.
Yeah.
The peg on the far side's got the blue tape at the top of it,
Yeah.
and that sights back into the blue tape on this side.
Okay.
So you end up with a bit of a crisscross,
Yeah.
and the middle point, of course, being the centre line or crown of the road.
Over the next decade, there will be at least $20 billion worth of additional infrastructure projects in New Zealand, which will bring many opportunities for civil engineers. There's a new qualification, the National Diploma in Civil Engineering, which provides a pathway to these opportunities.
It is a very sought after qualification.
Yeah.
It's a natural progression, and I have modern apprentices who are in actual fact completed the apprenticeship and now moved on up there to carry on doing that.
The National Diploma consists of a Polytech-based theoretical course together with practical on-the-job assessment. The diploma can be completed in 3 to 4 years.
It's certainly sought after by a lot of employers in New Zealand and overseas.
Back at the new concrete plant build, the drains are going in.
What we've got here, Sam, is a stormwater system that's been designed.
Yeah.
The things that have been considered with the stormwater system are the catchment area, so that determines the volume of water going to go down the system.
Yeah.
Also, we've got to look at what contaminants might get in there, whether there's going to be oil dropped off trucks, fine dust particles, and that will determine whether there's an oil separation unit put in as well. The rewards doing a job like this are great. A lot of fun physically having something to look at the end of the day, and especially in 10 years' time when you can drive past with the family and say, I helped design that or build it.
That's good, Dan.
It's good solid salary, and normally a vehicle to drive around in, and good fun.
So as Sam had a day of fun,
I enjoyed it, the tour around the Isaac's construction, because it showed me lots of things about civil engineering that I didn't already know. Just how long it takes to price everything and where everything goes.
there's a new qualification, the National Diploma in Civil Engineering, which provides a hands-on practical component to the Polytech theory-based New Zealand Diploma in Engineering. The new qualification focuses solely on civil engineering and is tailored to a relevant aspect of the work, consulting, contracting or local government. Graduates can gain registration as a certified engineering technician and can expect to work on exciting projects throughout New Zealand.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.